I'm not one to shove numbers in people's faces, and I think my entire viewer base can count, but I just want to say that I'm at 99 subscribers, and that's pretty close to 100. So if you're not subscribed, you should. It would be cool. You can say you're my 100th subscriber. How cool would that be? What's going on, everyone? It's SaltyTreecko, and we are back with some more Pokemon Showdown content. It's been a while since we've posted anything Pokemon related, because I haven't been playing Showdown much. I've been playing a lot more games like Among Us. I've been playing a bit of Minecraft too. I have been extremely busy with homework, which is probably the, number one reason why I haven't been uploading. But fear not, we are back, and I don't post too many replays normally. I've been trying to move away from that style of content, but this this one's just too funny to pass over. So as we can see, I am playing the RU tier. This battle is like a month old, and I just wanted to showcase the Xurkitree because that Pokemon had just dropped to RU, and I'm like, damn, that thing is way too powerful for for rarely used. So I'm just using a team with the boy Golurk just because he kills things. Whimsicott, honestly, Whimsicott's only here for like switcheroo ring target, so I can hit ground types like Steelix, which is really common, and also Golurk. Xurkitree is the main man. He is Choice Scarf Jelly nature, so I can outspeed a bunch of things and just start killing things and snowballing with Beast Boost. Archeops honestly doesn't serve too much of a purpose on this team. I just kind of wanted to use Archeops. Arcanine is a physically bulky Arcanine. It's got Will-O-Wisp. Flare Blitz is the only damaging move I have. I have Teleport on it, which is cool tech. And then the other star of the show is my boy Druddigon. I just lead off with him. I get up my rocks. I glare as many Pokemon as I can. I Dragon Tail as many Pokemon as I can. Just trying to rack up that hazard damage. I also have Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin, so people who try to actually damage me get punished for it. Let's just get into the battle. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. This is so fun. I can't wait, guys. So he's going to lead off with this Archeops. I'm like, okay, he's just going to put up rocks. He's probably Sash Endeavor, so I'm just going to glare him just to annoy people. I get up my own rocks here. He goes for a knockoff. He's going to get rid of my Rocky Helmet, which is honestly kind of frustrating because it means I'm not punishing the physical attackers that I want to be checking, like the Braviary and the Arcanine as much as I'd like to. So I'm just going to Dragon Tail, see if I can get some chip on something, which I get the Braviary to get chip on it, which doesn't really benefit my team much. I was hoping for something like the Hitmonlee to be coming in here. I do get the glare on him though, which is good for me, and I'm able to Sucker Punch him here. I figured that Druddigon's at low enough HP where I can just sack it off. With the Brave Bird damage and just Rough Skin, I don't actually manage to KO the Braviary, but that's fine. I can just come in with Xurkitree, and because I'm fast as hell, I can just kill things with Thunderbolt. So I'm going to kill the Braviary here, and he's going to come in with the Hitmonlee, which is really frustrating because I know it's going to fake me out and then be faster and just kill things with high jump kick. So I'm going to swap into Golurk, which honestly kind of walls Hitmonlee almost perfectly as long as it's not carrying knockoff, and even then I know I can take a hit because I'm bulky as hell. I am max attack, adamant, and I'm max HP too. So I'm just going to click Poltergeist here just because it kills things. Archeops comes in and is going to die. He goes into Starmie here. I don't want to take a Scald or a Hydro Pump, but I also can't just swap into Xurkitree, so I'm going to go into Whimsicott, which serves pretty much no purpose in this game because there's no ground types for me to switch through. And two things to note about this turn, because I just put this Whimsicott in my team, and I just selected all the default like natures and IVs. One, I'm bold, so I didn't outspeed the Starmie, and two, I'm physically defensive, so I didn't even live 2 Life Orb Scalds, which is kind of pathetic. So Whimsicott's going to go down, pretty much serve no purpose, but I didn't expect it to. I'm going to go for Xurkitree here. I am just going to click Volt Switch, because I know that, I click Thunderbolt here. I click Volt Switch later. I click Thunderbolt, which does decent amount to this Arcanine. I am honestly just going to click it again, because I don't want to swap into Golurk and get Will-O-Wisp. Thunderbolt's just going to KO the Arcanine. Here I am going to swap out as the very annoying Comfey is going to come in, so I'm going to go into Arcanine. He goes for Draining Kiss, does a decent amount of damage, and I'm able to see that he is Life Orb, which is interesting information. So I know it's probably Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, Synthesis, the usual Comfey set. He goes into Starmie here, and because I'm Teleport, which is cool tech, I'm able to teleport out with the Arcanine. I'm going to go into Zergter here, and here's where I just decided to go for Volt Switch, because I don't want the Hitmonlee coming in afterwards and just faking me out and just, you know, doing stupid stuff. Here, I decided to go into my Archeops, just because I just want to sack it off at this point. It's pretty much useless. It was useless in this battle, and it was always useless. I replaced it with Kabutops later. I go for Dual Wing Beat, which just destroys Hitmonlee. And here's where the fun starts, alright? So it goes into Comfy, and my man in the chat, I'll show you guys the chat real quick. He says, OMG. And I don't know what he's talking about, so I'm just like, LMAO. And he says, you just misplayed big time. Poor player, LMAO. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go for Dual Wing Beat here just to get some chip damage off, and it does about half to the Comfy. I'm like, okay, cool. It's probably just going to Calm Mind up, and then Draining Kiss me next turn. So I'm just going to go for Stone Edge here, and I asked in the chat, I ask how so, and he says, wow, you really have no idea? I'm like, I don't think I misplayed. So he just goes for Synthesis. I just go for Stone Edge, just trying to get a crit or something. And it, like, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, does he think he can 1-hit KO Golurk? I'm like, bro, you don't OHKO Golurk. What are you talking about, dude? But apparently my man really thought he's going to be able to OHKO Golurk. He goes for Synthesis here. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm just going to U-turn out. At this point in the game, I'm like, okay, he doesn't OHKO Golurk with Giga Drain probably. So I can just trick him a Choice Band and then just win with Arcanine, because Arcanine just wins with Flare Blitz. I just needed him to not be able to heal, so I'm going to U-turn out into Golurk. And the funny part is, I could have just won here by clicking Poltergeist, but I decided to trick it a Choice Band, which he goes for Calm Mind. He got cocky and decided to go for Calm Mind, and my man misplayed so hard. I'm like, bro, you don't OHKO Golurk. He says, Kelk it. I easily do. I'm like, okay, click it. Click the move. See if it 1-hit KOs. So he gets up another Calm Mind here, and I trick it a Choice Band. I get Life Orb, which really doesn't matter. If I clicked Poltergeist, I would have just won, but he goes for Giga Drain at +2, and he still doesn't KO Golurk. I'm like, oh my god, dude. People on Showdown really just do not have brains. I don't know what this guy was thinking. Getting on that second Calm Mind there really just lost him the game. Like, my man kind of threw. My man really threw. He's going on about how I'm misplaying, and then he immediately throws the game. Like, come on, dude. Come on. I just go for Poltergeist. It does about 95, which means if I was Choice Band, I would have just killed him. But that's fine. I'm going to die from my own Life Orb. And now I go into Arcanine, and he just forfeits because I just win the game at this point. So, fun times. You know what? It's been a while since we checked the chat. Let's see what he's saying. So, because I'm a nice guy, I put down a nice friendly GG. I always say GG. I always say GG after each battle because, you know, I'm a nice guy like that. And let's go on and let's be nice and analytical here, and let's dissect each thing that he says in the chat. Alright, first thing he says in the chat is, always KO, friend. And there are two things of note here. One is that he says it always KOs. One, I mean, we can just look at the facts. We can click back in the replay a couple times. We can see that clearly it does not always 1-hit KO. So, cool, objectively wrong there. The second part he says is friend, and this is a very interesting part. Some people might miss out on this part, but this is actually really important. We can use this information to accurately determine how old my opponent is. Because you think anyone over the age of 10 is going to be calling people friend? I don't think so. And to further back up my information, or not my information, the information's all there, my analysis rather, on the next line we can see that he doesn't know how to spell unfortunately, and cuts off unfortunately to unfort, which I do not believe is a word. And then he continues to go on and say, you didn't even realize your misplay. Well, once again, let's be Ben Shapiro here, let's get all analytical about it. You know, if we just look at the results real quick, let me just pull it back on the replay. If we can see at the bottom, it says SaltyTreecko YT won the battle. And typically that denotes that the person whose name it says has defeated their opponent. So clearly I had not misplayed if I have defeated my opponent. So I say why not, just because I'm like, why no GG? Seemed like a pretty good game to me. I mean, I had fun. I enjoyed myself. It was a pretty fun game to me. And then he says, and this is my favorite part, he says, get good, and then he forfeits and leaves. And this is my favorite part, because this is a great shining example of one of my favorite types of player on Showdown, which is the salty player. And what do they tend to do? What is it that everyone always says about the salty player on Pokemon Showdown? What is the line? It's I lost, you're bad. That is it, folks. That is it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yep, that's it. That's it. I'm just ending the video here. Screw it.